I'm at the Shed, and theatre companies like to call their rehearsal venues sheds, and in this case I'm at the Frankston Theatre Group's Shed, and tonight is their first night. They're rehearsing, they're blocking, and they're doing the famous classic play, The Diary of Anne Frank. So how about we go inside and see how day one goes for them.
As my family is Jewish, we emigrated to Holland when Hitler came to power. My father started a business importing spice and herbs. Things went well for us until 1940. Then the war came and the Dutch defeat, followed by the arrival of the Germans.
And things got very bad for the Jews. You could not do this and you could not do that. They forced father out of his business. We had to wear yellow stars. I had to turn on my bike.
I don't know, I just thought it, so you're in that space until you discover like the scarf. And
Yeah, I certainly would, I think.
It would be hard to time, but you have to probably start 4 minutes before the curtain.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Right.
or even in,
Don't worry when the punters are coming in. Right, yeah?
or even when the curtains are down, you're in the space.
I'm actually thinking of leaving the curtains open. I haven't decided that yet.
Yeah.
Right, I haven't decided that as yet.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, I just
Because
thought...
the set looks so good.
Exactly.
The set looks so bloody good.
Yeah.
Let the punters sit there and have a good look at it. Yeah. Familiarise themselves with it.
They can get into it.
Yeah, but that'll work. That will all work.
Yeah.
Just remember to turn the right way.
Yeah, I know, sorry.
All right, well, let's do the...
I'm here with a man who's not only an icon on the peninsula in the community theatre, but probably all around Melbourne. He's an actor, he's a playwright, he's a real estate agent, he's a part-time gigolo. He's also the director of Frankston Theatre Group's version of Diary of Anne Frank. Roy Thompson, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Roy, in 30 words or less, tell us the Roy Thompson story in regards to community theatre. When did you start?
Community theatre was 30 years ago down in Rosebud, and I've worked with Malvern Theatre Company, I've worked with the Morty Alec Theatre Company, Ploss next door, done a couple of musicals there, so pretty well entrenched in amateur theatre.
How many do you think you've done?
I don't know, I did Dembula 200 times.
Right.
Right, so that'll give you an indication.
But how many productions all up do you think you've done?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Right. Do you have a high point production? One that stands out?
I thoroughly enjoyed directing Fiddler on the Roof, next door.
Right.
It was a great production, I had a great cast. With this group, with FTG, I suppose I'm a little bit biased with Eric's Homecoming, the thing that I wrote. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that. And I thoroughly enjoyed working with you in Young Turks.
Very good.
Another one of
You
my...
ruined my next question, which was I was going to assume that Young Turks and Eric's Homecoming were going to be your nadir, your high point, which you'd have to. As Roy said, he wrote and directed for Frankston Theatre Group a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Diary of Anne Frank, what made you do that? Did you volunteer or were you asked to do it?
No, I volunteered. I'm a History Channel buff, and I watched the things of how the Germans treated them, Jews and such, and I thought, well, I'm going to do something in that vein. And so this is the Diary of Anne Frank. I've got a great cast and a great set coming up, which you may be able to take a shot of later. So I'm really looking forward to it. Tonight's the first night of blocking.
Yep.
And I'm pretty excited.
Have you done it before?
No. Only never directed before. I did play Mr. Dussel 25 years ago.
Now, what I want to know is, you're going to go with accents or no accents? No accents. It would be Australian.
Well,
natural accents.
As neutral as we can. I've seen it twice. Both times they've attempted accents, and it was dreadful. You couldn't understand them. The acting was pretty good, but it was dreadful. The accents were all over the place. So I'm going to something generic.
Now, casting for Anne Frank is a cast of 10.
Yes.
Correct. Varying ages, as I've seen some of the cast.
Yes.
Was casting difficult for you?
Casting was difficult because of the number of people I had to audition. We auditioned all day this Sunday, and we auditioned from 7 o'clock till 10:30 on the Tuesday night, and it hasn't been an easy decision to cast this at all.
How many people auditioned?
50.
50.
50 people.
That's a good turnout, isn't it?
Fantastic
Yeah.
turnout. Yeah.
All right. All right, Roy, we'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Okay. So move over there to have a look, mate.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, and the door's closed.
the door's closed, so I would open it.
So
You want me to
just
open
head, no, just head toward it, Chris.
Just, okay,
And then, oh shit, that's not right. Sort of.
okay.
Well,
So it's they've been picked up. That's what's happened.
you go back toward him now.
They've been taken.
Oh, you see,
You hear a bang downstairs?
Mrs. Van Dam. Mr. Van Dam.
Would you shake my hand?
Yes.
Does it say?
Yes, it
okay.
shakes hands.
All right.
It's a
Mr.
European
Van
tradition. Yeah.
There were too many green police on the streets. We had to take a longer way round. And I actually, we won't be living exactly according to regulations here. This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank.
What you have to do is help her here. It isn't the black market. Be happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
all you two ever do is try and make these people feel safe and comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make it sound, not the black market, it's
okay,
scary. So
okay.
what you need to do is make it like
make it joke, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a white market. Sorry, that sort of thing. All right, try that, mate.
This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we call the white market, helping all the hundreds and hundreds who are hiding out in Amsterdam.
It's the restaurant.
I must go. I must be out of here and downstairs in the office before the workmen get here. Meep or I, or both of us, will be up each day to bring you food and news and find out what your needs are. Tomorrow I'll get you a better bolt for the door at the foot of the stairs.
People downstairs, so you've got to quieten them, but keep that going.
Okay.
Keep it going. Control.
Yep.
All right,
Don't
so
say that you've used up all those cigarettes that Meek brought you.
One package!
no, that's what her. She's doing.
One package! Meep only brought me one package!
Well, it's a filthy habit anyway. It's about time you broke it.
Will you be quiet?
Oh, stop it, please.
Oh, stop it, please.
You're smoking all our money.
You're smoking all our money, don't you? You realise that, don't you?
Oh, will you shut up? Oh, sorry.
All right, read it if you have to.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
We'd rather you did.
Will you shut up? And what are you staring at?
I've never heard grown-ups quarrel before. I thought only children quarrelled.
This isn't a quarrel, it's a discussion. And I never heard children so rude before.
I? Rude.
Anne, will you bring me my knitting,
Okay, you
please?
need no sweetheart now. The knitting is over here into the.
I don't mean that. I mean the answering back. You must not answer back.
Okay. As if you're on a tightrope, just ignoring your mother.
They are our guests. We must always show them the greatest courtesy. We're all living under terrible strain.
Yeah, well, that's good. I want that, and then go and grab her. All right?
Yeah.
So that she'll listen to me.
When does Margot come out? Oh, shortly.
Yeah, Margaret comes down.
Because she could. 29.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean that. I mean the answering back. You must not answer back. They are our guests. We must show every courtesy to them. We're all living under terrible tension. That's why we must control ourselves. Do you hear Margot having arguments with them? Do you? Watch Margot.
Make something of myself.
It isn't necessary to fight to do it. Margot doesn't fight.
Margot. That's all I ever hear from anyone. How wonderful Margot is.
Go and give it to Margaret.
Why aren't you like Margot? Come on, Anne.
This side, love. Go on that side of her.
Why aren't you like Margot?
Come on, Anne. Don't be so.
Oh, yeah. Everything she does is right, and everything I do is wrong. I'm the ghost around here. You're all against me. And you worst of all.
Bang inside, say it well. put the soup on the stove.
Yes, I know. I'm having a moment.
Oh, you were acting? Sorry, I apologise. No one told me you were acting.
It's all right, you wouldn't recognise it. Let's put the soup on the stove.
I'm here with Asha Van Leeuwen, who's playing the title role of Anne Frank. Asha, welcome.
Thanks.
That's okay. Asha, there's going to be some hard-hitting questions. You ready?
Yes.
All right, the first one is, how old are you?
I'm 11.
11. And you're playing...
Oh, no, I'm 12.
You sure?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm 12.
All right,
My
correct.
birthday was just a little while ago, so...
Happy birthday. Now, you're playing Anne Frank. Did you know anything about Anne Frank before you started rehearsals? And
Yes, I knew a lot about the war and the Anne Frank being held up in here for many years, and yeah, and
Yep.
I heard that she died and she stayed with her sister,
Right.
so I knew a bit about it.
Right. Did you read it at school?
Yes.
You did? Yeah.
Well, not read it. Well, we looked into it at school.
Right. Okay. And now that you've done some, what, about a month's rehearsals of it, how are you finding playing Anne? Does it get stressful, you know, knowing what happens to her at the end?
Well, a little bit, but it's quite fun playing how her age changed halfway through the play.
Right.
So it's like
What happens then?
As she gets older, she becomes more drawn back and not as outgoing. And it's nice to see how her behaviour changes and changing the character through the play.
Yeah, good. Now, rehearsing twice or thrice a week? How many?
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Is that stressful for a 12-year-old? Is that putting a lot of...
I can manage it.
You can manage it. Well, good, you're better than me. Now, you're under the directorship... I'll cut that out. Roy Thompson is directing the play. How are you finding working under Roy? Is he getting mean? Does he get bossy? Does he make you cry?
No, I haven't cried yet.
Oh, good. He made me cry.
He changes it a lot as he sees things. He goes, "Oh no, I want to change that completely."
Yes, because he has a tendency to do that. It makes it hard to learn when he keeps changing lines and bits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, is this your first play, like not a school play? Is this your...
Yes.
Right. And have you done school plays before?
Yes.
What have you done?
Well, last year we did The Little Mermaid.
Right.
I got a main
You were
part
Ariel?
of it.
You were Ariel?
No,
Okay.
I can't sing.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Can't
know
sing.
I didn't know they sang in The Little
Oh, it was a musical.
Oh, okay. Good.
I got an evil princess.
Oh, good. So you're typecast? No. Now, you're 12 years old. You're doing your first adult play. Do you want to be an actor when you grow up?
It's definitely one of those things that I would enjoy doing.
Mm.
Yeah, because I haven't decided what I'm doing.
No.
But it's definitely one of those things that I would definitely enjoy doing.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. All right, well, thank you for your time. We'll let you get back to rehearsing, and thank you again, Asha.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hang on, I've got to fill that hole in.
You can't fill the hole in, that's what we've just said.
You can put a sheet.
Unless you've got some more plywood.
Well, I'll get some plywood. I'll get some plywood. I'll get a little bit of plywood and I'll put a little bit of
Put
plywood in there.
plywood, put it down there.
Put
Put
it
it
flat.
No, don't you walk away from us, Bernie. Who the hell do you think
come
you are?
back here, you. Come back here. Come back.
Everyone in the office has gone home. It's after 6. Don't stay up here, Mr. Frank. What's the use of torturing yourself like this?
I've come to say goodbye. I'm leaving here. 1942. Is it possible me only 3 years ago? Dear diary, since you and I are going to become great friends, I will start by telling you about myself. My name is Anne Frank. Mr. and Mrs. Van Mr. Van there were too many green police on the street, so we had to take a long way around. This is my wife, Edith.
Anne!
Mr. and Mrs. Van Oh, isn't it bad enough in here without you sprawling all over the place?
If you didn't smoke so much, you wouldn't be so bad-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
You meant to tell me you smoked all those cigarettes at me.
One package! Pete only brought me one package.
Well, it's a filthy habit anyway. It's about you time you broke it.
Oh, stop it, please!
You're smoking up all our money. Don't
Oh, will you shut up?
Please.
What are you staring at?
I've never heard grown-ups quarrel before. I thought only children quarrel.
This isn't a quarrel. It's a discussion. And I never heard children so rude before.
Rude.
Anne, dear.
Thank you. Thank you all. Mr. Dussel, I leave you in good hands. Oh, can I thank you? Oh, Dirk's coat, please.
Oh, Mr. Frank and I are indebted to Mr. Crowther and me. They're our lifelines. Without them, we couldn't live.
Oh, please, please, please. You make us seem so very heroic. It's not like that at all. We simply don't like the Nazis. We don't like their methods. We don't like anything about them.
I know. No one's going to tell us Dutchmen what to do with our damn Jews.
Don't listen to Mr. Frank. I'll be up tomorrow to see that they're treating you right. Goodbye. Don't worry about coming down. Peter will bolt the door, won't you, Peter?
Yes, all right, Peter, I'll do it.
Good night. Good night, all.
Good night, Mr. Crowther.
The news sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? It's so different from what Mr. Crowther tells us. Mr. Crowther says things are improving.
I like it better the way Crowler tells it.
Well, here we are. You're going to share a room with me.
I haven't had much time with other people, so I haven't had to adjust to them. I hope you'll bear with me until I learn.
Let me help you with your things. Have you always lived alone? Have you no family at all?
None. No one.
How awful. You must be terribly lonely.
You get used to it.
I don't think I could ever get used to it. Don't you even have of a pet? A cat or a dog?
Fur-bearing animals give me I have an allergy, they give me asthma.
Oh dear. Peter has a cat.
A cat? Here? There's a cat here?
Yes, but we hardly ever see it. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Hope so.
Very well then. Good night. Are you sure you'll be all right? Is there anything I can get you?
Would you ask Father to come?
Yes, of course, Andy. I lift up mine eyes to the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel does neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep thee from all evil. He shall keep thy soul.
Happiest of seasons now is here. Many are the reasons for good cheer. Together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing. So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing. Hey!
I'm here with Michelle. Michelle, you've just watched Diary of Anne Frank. What did you think of it?
Well, at the risk of sounding slightly ignorant, I never actually had read the book. I'd not seen the play before, but being a big, huge fan of Roy Thompson, the director, having performed in his shows and seen him work as an actor, I had to come and see it. So, well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The acting, the set was amazing.
The set was good.
The story obviously is quite depressing and saddening, but the spirit of the people together, just the family, I felt like, particularly when I sat down for that second act, and you just felt like you belonged in the family. You know, you had Anne sitting in the window, the other family at the table, and you just sort of felt like you belonged in that scene with them. So I think they did it really well.
Now I'm here with Rob Lister. Now Rob, no, that's Rob Lister, not Blister.
No, not Blister.
Now Rob, what did you have to do on Diary of Anne Frank?
For this production, I was both set builder and stagehand for this show. So I've been backstage, moving stuff around, and during the past 3 months, I've been building the set.
Okay. So one of the aspects of the show, what I want to try and show is it's not just the famous actors and the director; it's the people behind the scenes, of which you were one on this production.
Yeah.
Well, what experience do you have in set building?
Really, none.
How are you good with your hands?
No, I'm terrible with my hands.
Right.
But I just, if I'm, I like being part of the group. So, if they're doing a show and they've already got loads of people acting or directing or something else, and they're low on people for set building,
because they're always low on people for set building.
Yeah. So I'll just come along and say, well, look, I'm free. If you want, I can give you a hand. I may not be good, but we'll do it anyway.
All right. So anybody that may not be a handyman, say. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is that you just don't have to be an actor or a director or something. You can come down and help with anything. Set build. What else did you do? What was your other title?
Backstage. Stagehand. So I've been.
What did that involve?
I kicked the door in. If you saw the production, there's a scene where the door gets kicked in. That was my foot kicking the door in.
Right. I saw a bit where somebody walked on early.
I have no idea who that was. We've got the name and number. We'll bring it up, and they'll be shot.
All right. So what else have you done? You've set build, stagehand.
I was also ticket box. Ticket box. I was selling tickets before the show.
So you are a man of many talents.
Many talents.
That's good. All right. Well, Rob, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, that brings us to the end of the season of Diary of Anne Frank from the Frankston Theatre Group. We'll let the guys finish disassembling the set. And that also brings us to the end of another episode of Theatre World. We hope you enjoyed it. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night.